Alrighty. We should be live.
All right.
Let me just check real quick that we are in fact live. Not in Discord. I have to open up YouTube for that. Yep, we live. Rock and roll. Ooh, there's a couple people hanging out ready. We got Weasley here. Hey. How's it going? Oh, there's my email from YouTube telling me that someone's live on my channel. Thanks, YouTube. Good looking out.
Good to know.
What were we talking about when we were doing? What were we just talking about a second ago?
We were talking about Melee.
Yeah, we were talking about Melee, but then battles for next week. Oh, so I'm the first one in my office in the mornings generally. So I'm like, make some tea, go to the bat. My morning takes a long time to get going because why wouldn't it? And during VBL seasons, part of the morning is watch the matches that are ready and write some notes on them. So, yes, it's me.
Oh, yeah, those are my week 1 and 2 matches. I haven't even looked at my week 3 yet. I should probably do that today.
Yeah, well, it's week 3, so fire it up, baby.
Today it's I didn't have work today, so it still kind of feels like the weekend,
Sure. What did you have off work for today?
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh.
We get every holiday off,
Oh, I remember when I was in school. We got a lot more off than now.
I still get them. It's great.
Yeah.
Get summer break. Ooh, my life never changed, Just have a kid and a wife now.
My dad always got all of them off now. He retired a couple years ago, but we always, we went places in the summer and stuff like that. We had all the same, had days off and stuff like that.
Like, how many weeks off do you get a year, like in PTO?
I get 3 full weeks worth of PTO hours plus 10 paid holidays.
Okay.
Which is not terrible, but it's not great.
Yeah, it seems like most people get somewhere around there. Which just feels like it's not enough.
Oh, absolutely it's not, but it's there's a whole apparatus.
Somebody's got to pay those CEOs.
Grinding. Yeah, I mean, carne por la machina, right? Meat for the machine. Right. Absolutely. Hey, Heaven. How's it going? We bumped it up a little just for you. It's still pretty late there. It's after midnight.
Heaven doesn't sleep, though.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time I start a weekly heat. Heaven's there. Oh, we're starting at 8:30. It's 1:30 in France. No problem. Heaven's awake. Heaven's ready. First one there. Some good matches
in college, like that was kind of my like sleep wake cycle was kind of like stay up till 2 a.m. and then sleep until 10 or 11. I like scheduled my classes around that and everything. So maybe Heaven's just a younger guy or has a different schedule or something.
Yeah, when I like if I've been like unemployed or whatever and stuff like that, my schedule like pushes forward more and more and more, where I'll like stay up a little later and sleep a little later, and then the next day I'll stay up a little later and sleep a little later, to the point where I'm like up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning and sleeping till 1 or whatever, But that's no good.
Yeah, sleeping until 1 is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I haven't done it for a while. I also haven't been unemployed for a while, which is
nice.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I've never not enjoyed my time unemployed, other than that I had no money.
Right. Other than that, it's great, right?
Yeah, it's so great. I would definitely not work if I didn't have to.
I had like a month of unemployment in between my mortgage career and starting as a teacher's assistant, and that was probably the most fun month of my life.
Oh, you had a whole banks and mortgage thing before you did teaching?
Soul draining.
Yeah, I believe it. I did a couple months in life and health insurance right after I graduated high school, or after I graduated college, rather. So I had like I think it was a Schedule 2 insurance license, whichever one gets you, allowed to sell those kinds of insurance. I don't remember.
Hmm.
I had to study for that and pass that and stuff like that. But yeah, it's miserable. It's truly awful.
Sure.
And then I did inbound call center stuff, which is also terrible. But now I have a pretty low stakes, low stress job that I've managed to set the expectation that I do not work extra. So I just don't, like, from the beginning. It's like it's 4:00. I'm leaving. See ya.
Yeah, if you're not getting paid, that's it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, totally. And like I'm
All right.
a salaried employee too, but I'm still like I'm not working extra.
Mhm.
Like that 41st hour costs a lot more. But
All right, we ready to get this rolling?
yeah, totally. We got 4 to watch as usual. We're starting off with, and not only is it 4 to watch, it is 8 coaches that were not in last week's weekly heat. So it is 8
Oh,
new
nice.
coaches. Yeah. I can't promise that, Will. Oh, Weasley, you gotta just apologize less. I'm telling you, man. Just own it a little
Yeah,
bit,
we need somebody in the chat,
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Uh, mostly luck. Electric. How does one get a low stakes, low stress job? I would love it. Yeah, mostly I lucked into it, and have managed to make myself essential enough that if they fired me, it would be a real problem. So yeah, luckiness. I got lucky largely, but yeah. Anyway, so we got four matches with 8 new coaches. Not new coaches to the league, but coaches that were not in last week's weekly heat. Obviously, I can't keep that going forever, but I can keep it going for now at least. And we're starting with Vanilla Ice versus Wotan. This is game 2 of the set. So Vanilla Ice, where's my notes? Yeah, so Vanilla Ice won game 1. This was Landorus with role play to copy Drizzle and reset the sun after a sunny day, or reset the rain after a sunny day. Also some solid speed control by Vanilla Ice in game 1 as well. And then we see an Endeavor Cottony. And then game 2 is, well, we'll see. We'll see how game 2 goes. But Vanilla Ice is up 1 game going into this. So we get Magearna, and we get a Araquanid from Vanilla Ice's side, and we get the Metacham, and we get the Ho-Oh out of Wotan's side. We get a Mega Evolve right away. Magearna playing it a little slow, and we get Keyberry, which is sweet. But
Ooh.
yeah, Brave Bird coming in, so just barely manages to hang on because of the Keyberry for sure.
Yeah, not a great
but-
turn for Vanilla Ice overall, though.
Yeah, pretty passive. Pretty passive for sure. And then the Metacham comes in, or the Landorus comes in rather, and intimidates. They're both special attackers. Well, Araquanid could be a physical attacker too, but some amount of the time the intimidates are not important. But also this Araquanid is about to die anyway, so we get the Ice Punch. Araquanid goes down. And that's maybe not as great as Wotan was thinking, because now we've got Magearna at +1. The Trick Room gets set up. And now we've got 2 slower Mons versus 2 faster Mons. I mean, Kyogre's medium fast, or medium slow. But the Magearna gets the +1 because Soul Heart is broken, right? Vanilla Ice's own Mon died, and now Magearna is at +1.
Yeah.
We've Terra'd out of Steel and Fairy, so I don't know what this Landorus thinks it's going to do, except it has
It's going to Terra
it's
Ice.
Terra Ice,
which is
apparently.
something you don't see every day.
Maybe it's got a Terra Blast, but we're thrown out. So yeah, +1 Dazzling Gleam, and then a Water Spout in the Rain finishes it off naturally, pumping the Magearna again.
Yeah, and with Trick Room set up, this is gonna be really hard to stop.
Yeah, this is a scary one for sure. Landers comes in here. Dazzling Gleam takes another KO, 100%, and almost 80 into the Rotom. Another boost. Shadow Ball doing nothing to this Magearna. It's so scary.
And you gotta wonder, is there no electric moves on this Rotom?
It must be, right? But yeah, another KO. I've got the Magearna at +4, and Lando finishes it off. The Magearna sweep to close out this set. Very, very scary stuff. There's a reason we didn't have it around last season, and only do now when there's other stuff like Zamazenta around and Kyogre, Groudon, stuff like that can hold up with their own busted, broken abilities to keep pace with this.
What a major turnaround, because Vanilla Ice looked like they were in a hole after that turn 1. But
I know, right?
This gets set up and you get the boost rolling and it's GG.
This turn 1 here. Very passive from Vanilla Ice. Just to protect, get the fake out, double in. Not looking great. Something's going before this Araquanid, and that is in fact what happens. But yeah.
Yeah, the switch right there might have been what won the set for Vanilla Ice. I think you gotta, I don't know, you double up on the Magearna and then the Araquanid kills your Ho-Oh, so I don't know, it's a tough call.
Yeah, I don't know what to do either, but it's a scary mon that we're gonna have to keep an eye on this season. Alrighty. Well done to Vanilla Ice. Game 1 was also a pretty fun game. I generally recommend watching all the matches because it's enjoyable. But, if you're only watching the ones that I say you should watch, I think you should watch Game 1 of this set as well.
You know what I have a problem with? I watched them all, but then I forget everything. So, I definitely watched that set, but I didn't remember what happened. So I don't know, maybe it's...
Also, that is the same for me, which is why I write notes on literally every match, even the ones I don't put on Weekly Heat.
Yeah.
It's just everything I'm thinking throughout the whole match generally. I've taken a picture of them in the past and posted my whole notebook for a season or whatever. But electric, yeah. I ran those numbers real quick too. Yeah, I don't know that it's going to be all new coaches every time, because coming up pretty soon, some of those coaches are probably going to be playing each other. So I'm not going to have 4 new matches of all new coaches over the next 2 weeks.
I got to rerun those numbers.
Yeah. I might have to rerun those numbers a little bit, but so second match here, we've got Sly versus new coach Jackson H. This is game 1 of the set, and this is another one where it kind of feels like the match is going one way, and then it ends up not going that way, which I've been enjoying more lately.
Yeah, Xerneas in a Terra format, super scary Pokemon.
Yeah, scary stuff.
See what happens.
So we get a
Mega
switch.
It
is Mega Blaziken. Yeah.
Oh.
So we get the Mega Kang, Mega Evolution, Clefable protecting, then Lunala switches in. You get a immunity to Fake Out, Neener, Geomancy with the Power Herb boost, and Lunala's going to grab it. So definitely keeping pace, right? Jackson keeping pace. We got the Follow Me. We've got a spread move on Xerneas, so we're mostly pulling away from this Kang, who doesn't necessarily have great ways to target Lunala, right? Generally is running normal moves, fighting moves.
Does it get Crunch or something, maybe?
Yeah, it gets Crunch. It gets, I think it gets Sucker Punch. It gets ice, like it gets the punches for coverage. It's got a pretty decent national dex moveset.
Gen 1 blessed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Gen 1 blast. But yeah, so a pretty solid turn 1 for Jackson, right? We've managed to keep pace very well with 2 very scary Pokemon. And now coming into turn 2, we got this Follow Me going off. And Psyshock to get around the boosted special defense, which is pretty sweet.
I was thinking right before that happened, you don't have that many moves that can do a ton of damage here, but Psyshock ignores the Geomancy boosts and targets the defense stats, so pretty nice call there.
Yeah, and then the Clefable lives the Moonblast plus Seismic Toss double up because of the Citrus Berry at 1%. So, Jackson still looking pretty decent, right? We're gonna get one more Follow Me. We've now seen Moonblast, so I don't know if we don't know if there's Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam on the set or not. We'll see.
Seismic Toss kind of broken with Mega Kangaskhan.
Yeah, Seismic Toss pretty good, right? 50 damage, just do 100 damage flat every time. Moonblast for huge damage here. Calls the Protect here pretty decently. We do see the Crunch, so we get that Clefable dead. Jackson gets to bring something else in here, though. We get the Mega Evolution. Sly gets a double Protect. Blaziken also protecting. It's favorite move to hit the first turn it's on the field, right? Because you want to get that first speed boost for sure, so you're faster than stuff. And Lunala with a Moonblast finishes off the Kang. Not looking super great for Sly.
Yeah, on the double Protect, targeting that Kang is huge. Not looking great for Sly at all.
Yeah.
We swap out the Blaziken. Okay.
Get the Dawn in. Lunala faster, kills the Xerneas. Lash Out crit, pretty nice. Doesn't kill the Lunala, though. Slide down to 2 Mons to Jackson's 3, all of which are absolute killers, right? Mega Blaziken, Groudon, Lunala with a bunch of boosts, versus Rayquaza and Draft League All-Star, for sure, Mudsdale, but, what are we going up against here? And Sly's still playing it very...
that switch out last turn is another tough call too, because you lose that speed boost with Blaziken and you essentially just kind of forfeit that half of your turn. Maybe doing some damage to Mudsdale instead would have been the better call, but
could have been,
because we know Lunala is faster than the Xerneas, right?
The Xerneas, right? Yeah. Well, Xerneas now dead, but on the previous turn, yeah, totally. So Groudon Swords Dancing here. So now at +2. And we're in a 2v2 now situation. Again, Blaziken playing it a little safe here. Draco Meteor just kills it. It's just dead, and the game has changed. The whole time I'm thinking, oh man, that was a rough beginning for Sly here. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's lost so much momentum. Jackson's just been in control of this game the whole time. And still pretty good, right? Except now we've got Rayquaza. Blaziken is very frail. We know it doesn't have a Focus Sash, and Rayquaza finishes it off. So out of nowhere, Sly has won this game in a turn and a half. Crazy. Felt like he was on the back foot the whole match, or the whole game rather. And then bang, made the right call at the right time, and closed it out quick. And then he goes on to win game 2 as well. With some just absolutely ice cold adjustments. Brings the same 4 Mons, but just plays differently, and 4-0s. I guess technically 3-0. I think the Xerneas dies towards the end of the match, but essentially 4-0s.
Close enough. Yeah, it's easy to look back and pinpoint all the little potential mistakes and things, but in the heat of the battle things happen. So well played by Sly. That Air Slash picking up even after the special attack drop. I wonder if it picks up if Blaziken did not use close combat.
Probably not, but maybe.
A different move.
Yeah, Blaziken not very pretty frail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Air Slash not the strongest move. It does get the stab bonus, but
and it was Life Orb.
Drop.
It's Life Orb as well, but even so, it was already at 50% from the Draco Meteor. So
Yeah. Good set.
I
Good
don't know.
game.
Yeah, fun stuff though. And like I said, Sly just absolutely has the download for game 2 and crushes Jackson. Alrighty, game 3 here. This is game 3 of Fire Falls versus Midbus. Let's see. How did the first couple games go here? Let me find the. What do we got going on here? Let's see. Fire Falls lost a long game 1 because moves miss. is my note. Is my game 1 notes. There's a lot of Precipice Blades misses.
Mm-hmm.
And Fluttermane hits a clutch taunt in game 2 to shut down the Screamtail. And then Fire Falls ends up winning that game. So we take it to a game 3, which is where we're gonna pick up the match here.
Fluttermane's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, well,
Problematic to me.
we
Turn around.
we give Showdown some grace here in terms of just getting it done, right? So we get the the taunt is in game 3. Yes.
Here's
Sweet
the
taunt here.
Here's the taunt.
Locks down, can't scary face. We've flinched the Koraidon.
What's the item if it's not Mental Herb on this Screamtail booster?
It's citrus.
Citrus. Okay.
Psychic Fangs, not 2-hit KO, but a double with a crit is. So now we've got Flame Charge, which is a crazy call, but is turns out is going to be a pretty good move here. Gonna play it a little slow here on this next turn.
Terrifier Flame Charge in the Sun might pick up anyway.
Yeah, I think probably pretty likely. I'm just saying, Flame Charge when you have like Flare Blitz available to you and stuff is just pretty funny. But when you've already got the Sun Boost and Terrifier and everything, like relatively modest base powers start to really jack up the damage here. So now we're at +2 speed, and we get a Terra. We also get the side Aqua Jet, hit the weakness policy.
Dynamax?
I know, right? Basically. Breaking Swipe. So now we're, in addition to catching the KO on Yveltal, we get and then the Precipice Blades miss.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's a rough one. And now Firefalls probably just doesn't have enough offense to get through 3 Pokemon here, particularly at -1. A good call on the fake out there, right? And then Precipice Blade's obviously not going to hit the flying type and into the Protect. So I think it's looking pretty rough. Groudon going to be the main focus of Midbus's attacks here.
We doubled.
The Protect comes up. We get an Encore. Encoring it into Sleep Powder, though. Like, still, it's +2. Speed +2. Now speed at +3. And now we get the Sleeping Groudon. And Drain Punch, even at +2, not killing, but doing plenty. Yeah, we're just sleeping forever here.
Yeah, the Koraidon plan is explosive in this set. The weakness policy and the flame charges. Just look at all those boosts.
Yeah, crazy, right? Like Flame Charge, Breaking Swipe, Drain Punch with a weakness policy. That's the sort of thing you can only get in Draft League, right? Like, no world are you taking that to like a real tournament.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you only see on Weekly Heat.
Absolutely.
Starring James Dalton Bell.
Starring James Bell. That's right. I am the star. No, the Koraidon is the star.
Yep.
I'm just doing it for the homies, so the homies can see all the fun stuff.
Yeah,
But
good ones. What are we capping it off with here?
Yeah, we're all right. So we're capping it off with the match that everybody was like, "Whoa, that's some crazy stuff." This is Indignado versus Weasley. So Weasley, welcome to Weekly Heat. And Honestly, starting to be afraid that whenever I attack a restricted with a move, it will be weakness policy.
True.
And,
Especially the bulky ones. Like, yeah, I hear that.
oh, here we go. -1 to max attack, Terra Ground, P-Blades versus Terrifier, Koraidon. 6.25 chance to KO. So probably not gonna catch the KO, even if it was even if it had not protected there. But it certainly, if you hit that high roll, certainly keeps Firefalls in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go. Koraidon was max HP, so it was never going to KO. But fair enough. Alrighty, so we've got Indignato versus Weasley. This is game 1 of the set, and we got the Cherrim, well known restricted format all-star Cherrim versus well known restricted all-star Hisuian Quillfish. Right?
That Cherrim ability on a Sun team though is pretty insane.
It's not nothing, right? Totally. So I say it jokingly, but like Cherrim does kind of get a look in restricted formats. Like,
yeah, right.
Do we want this Cherrim? Sometimes the answer is sometimes the answer is maybe. Like instead of haha, definitely not, right? But yeah, Cherrim, certainly back in the Dark Ages, it got some
Dark Ages.
It got some consideration. Yeah, well, that was even before I was doing any kind of competitive stuff.
If you're gonna hard commit to a Sun team like Indignato has, Cherrim's a great pick. Like if you're going full Sun, all I'm doing is Sun every week, you gotta have this little flower petal Pokemon.
Yeah, and this is Mega Charizard too. So we've got Groudon, we've got Mega Charizard, we've got potentially Manual Sun as well. Like, let's get it going, right? Get the Cherrim gun. We're gonna have the Sun.
The tough part for Indignato is you have multiple Cloud 9 Pokemon in your division, and you have Primal Kyogre, I believe, is also in the division. I could be wrong about that one, but yeah, it makes things a little more complicated.
Yeah, we're gonna see some of that here right now. All right, so this is game 1, like I said. We get Tornadus Therian, we get Kyogre, we get the Groudon, and we get the Sableye. So we get the Primal version, and then we get the Primal version. Yeah, exactly. I was like, it's right here.
Shut up, Electric!
Like
don't say anything.
Right there. It's right there. Yeah. We got in before Electric blasted you, so don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. So we've got the 2 Primal Mons with a couple of fast support-ish and definitely supports. So we get a role play to switch out and reset the heavy rain, and then we get substitute. We get a skill swap to reset the intense sun. Bleak Windstorm misses, but does hit the ground on and breaks the sub. Precipice Blades. We hear the cat. We hear the cat.
She got down here. Yeah, the Terra Dark to avoid Prankster moves is pretty nice, but
pretty nice.
I don't know if he was expecting Indignato to also do a skill swap.
Do the exact same thing on the other side. Yeah. And then so Weasley's like, I got a Cloud9 Mon. I'm done with this nonsense.
And it has a balloon, which is nice.
Yes.
But Groudon gets that substitute up again.
Scald breaks the substitute, obviously. Gravity, so no more Precipice Blades misses. We're done with that.
Yeah, but you can't keep the Groudon in, can you? Unless you protect here. Okay, we do protect. Maybe we get a Tailwind coming up next.
Scald into the protect. Hydro Pump also into the protect.
Scald and Hydro Pump. Interesting.
Double in, yeah.
Maybe trying to call out a potential switch, because I'm sure one of those skills.
Intimidate, pretty nice here. Dragon Claw, yep. Staying, keeping that Drampaw safe the way we like it. Scald's keeping these substitutes under control, but substitute keeping Kyogre pretty well under control, right? Like as long as it has to keep scalding to break the subs, it's not origin pulsing to kill everything, right? Although I guess it could be just be origin pulsing because we are in could still be doing that. So maybe there's no origin pulse on this set. But we get the Precipice Blades. Doesn't get any KOs.
And Intimidate.
And the Scald finally.
Absolutely huge.
Yeah, Intimidate definitely mattering, right? And then we get the Solgaleo in.
Solgaleo. There's another Pokemon. I have no idea what it does.
It's like Metagross but different. But
Okay.
you can like shortcut it in your brain to be like, oh yeah, it's like Metagross but different because it's got like the full metal body, like it is like clear, like its stats can't get lowered and stuff like that. And it's got a better steel move and restricted stats, but it's medium, so it's basically Metagross but
So
different.
it's like Mega Metagross with clear body.
No, it's Mega Metagross is better.
Okay. This one Kintera though, right?
Whoa.
So that's something. Ooh, Pain Split. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
nice.
so except this one Pain Split was positive. Later on, Weasley throws a Pain Split into a switch in that then heals the opponent. I think that's in game 2, but funny stuff. We get a fake out. We finally get the rain up here. Lives the wild charge just barely. Flinch from the fake out. Roaring Moon coming back in. Tailwind's going to end. And yeah, a bunch of switching. Kyogre protects. Decent call. Targeting the other slot here. But Tornado still lives. Indignato's still playing it slow. We get the Tailwind set up. Weasley still with all 4 Mons too, even though, lots of relatively low HP. Kyogre finally going down. But the real star of the show here, Hisuian Quillfish coming back in. Getting another Intimidate. Forcing a switch. Foul play. Finish off here with this Terra Dark foul play.
Really interesting Tornadus set with the Terra Dark to avoid prankster moves and to get stab.
Yeah, we
on
did
foul
see the
play.
whole set here. So we get Role Play, Bleak Wind Storm, Tailwind, and Foul Play. The Drampa comes in. Still has the Air Balloon, although, no more Precipice Blades, so we're not as worried about that. We're not necessarily expecting ground moves anymore. Dragon Claw doesn't quite kill, which is nice. Let's Weasley do some more. Still doing some switching. Wants to get that Intimidate in here to knock down this Roaring Moon here for the last time. Yeah. We get the roll or skill swap here.
Wait, why? Oh, okay.
Because it's not
healing
Prankster
and switching.
anymore. So it
Right,
so it did work. So now if it switches
yeah.
in, it will.
It
it can't switch in.
Regenerator.
Can't switch in, but basically, yeah, Tornadus can't regenerate now. Although it's not going to get to because we're into a 2v2 here. So we get an Intimidate here onto both of them. It's going to be pretty nice. Now, both, Bleak Wind Storm with the gravity, so both are hitting. Dragon Claw not killing because of that Intimidate. Pain Split. There we go. That was the bad calculation on a Pain Split there. Healing. Wait, how much did it heal? Hold on. Let me jump back
Not
turn
much.
here. Well, but was it 10%? So yeah, the Bleak Wind Storm does both of them down. So it was at 37. The down to 27 because of Life Orb. Pain Split puts it back to 38. Yeah. So so plus 11. It's going to end the turn after this Bleak Wind.
Yeah. Wow.
So Roaring Moon would have been dead.
That's pretty funny.
So now the Quillfish here has got to clean this up. It does go down to the Life Orb, so very within Quillfish's capabilities. But yeah, crazy pain split, miss target, not necessarily miss targeting, but just a missed call, but wins anyway. And with a crazy beginning of the game, right?
Yeah, the weather wars were wild.
It's set the heavy rain, set the heavy sun, role play to reset the heavy rain, skill swap to reset the heavy sun, and then nah, we just don't care about it. Let's get this Drampa in here. I'm done with this. And doesn't matter. And then this intense sun runs out with the Drampa on the field. Never, like, is never relevant until like the Groudon is gone and doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, very fun beginning. Some funny pain split stuff at the end, and some very patient play generally by Weasley. Lots of protects, good switches, taking advantage of that regenerator for sure. Forcing a skill swap to take away regenerator on Indignato's side just to stop the regeneration from being a problem. And then Weasley goes on to win that set 2-1. There's lots of Skydrop stuff later on. Is that the same set? Yeah, there's funny, weird Skydrop stuff later. So
really cool.
You can watch that as well. Alrighty. Those are the battles. I do have some honorable mention battles. I want to shout out a couple other ones that are a lot of fun. The Void versus Dissidia Game 2. Some interesting stuff going on with like Toxic Orb Tatsu. With Dondozo as well. It's not the same set. I must have been looking at the wrong. Oh, that's the Weasley versus. That's the other Weasley match that is that Skydrop is weird on. Anyway, the Void versus Dissidia Game 2 has some fun Toxic Orb stuff with Tatsudozo. Some silly stuff that's like fun to watch. I enjoyed it. And then Game 2 of Rock versus J-Star. We have some fun Torracat stuff as like a secret MVP. Giving the rest of J-Star's Mons a lot of leeway, particularly by spreading burns around. Just good solid support Pokemon type play that everybody knows I love so much. But alrighty, absolutely, what a week for Heat. Absolutely agree, J-Star. Was there a third one that I thought was really great and wanted to shout out? Magearna, the Koraidon one. Jace versus Ray was pretty fun too. Game 3 was like a crazy stomping in Jace's favor, but the other two matches were pretty fun to watch. Some interesting stuff going on there with Ferrothorn and managing resources over a longer game. And then Sukaba versus Cass, some fun mega camera up stuff, double heat wave miss, and then Sukaba still won, which is crazy. Basically time walked himself, and it didn't even matter. Alrighty. Any parting thoughts, Daddy? Anything for the fans?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Always love being on Weekly Heat. This season is absolutely wild with all the restricteds and
it is crazy.
NatDex format. There's just so much going on. Prepping is insanely difficult, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I as I'm watching these matches, I have kind of been thinking like maybe we should have done 2 boards of restricteds rather than 4 boards of restricteds, because there's a lot of Groudons and Kyogres and
Yeah.
Xerneases and Calorexes and stuff. Like, I'm watching a lot of the same mons over and over again, which is kind of, not necessarily what I'm looking for in a draft league, but the matches themselves are all still very fun.
For sure. I think I agree with that too. I think there's enough restricteds, like those middle tier restricteds can be really good. Like we saw Magearna go crazy in a set, and Ho-Oh is in
Lunala,
there, and
Ho-Oh, and
yeah,
Solgaleo, and this one a little bit,
even
stuff
the
like that.
cheaper restricteds are still pretty good, right?
Yeah, they're doing stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
It might have been fun to have a little more variety.
But yeah, two Rayquazas, 2 Groudons, 2 Kyogres, 2 different Calorexes, a Xerneas.
3 Calyrexes, right?
Well, technically,
Oh, just
sure.
in weekly heat?
No, I mean like within each division of like top tier stuff that people can pick. Like there's just a lot of essentially duplication. But like I said, the matches themselves are still all crazy fun to watch. Good stuff.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you next week. Who's our guest next week? Let me just check my calendar real quick. I'll give you a tease. I don't normally do that, but maybe I will this time. We've got next week is the Jordan. Fresh after his wedding that was this weekend. Happy wedding
Married
to
man.
Jordan. Congratulations. And we'll see y'all next week. I'll have Jordan with us to watch some Pokemon matches in the VBL-S. The S stands for secretly a Natdex season. All right. We love you very much. Peace, everybody.